Hello guys, welcome back to our Muggle podcast with me again, Satya, as a Muggle fan of Harry Potter. This time I have a special guest from a pure blood Harry Potter fan. Please welcome Liora Dorothy Karuli Putagalu. Hello Liora, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hello, Satya. I'm good. Thanks for having me on this podcast, and nice to meet you too.
Yes, of course. I must say thank you too for your coming to this podcast. Today, I want to ask you some questions about Harry Potter to you as a pure blood Harry Potter fan. Do you ready, Liora?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's start.
Okay, for the first question, what do you like about Harry Potter that makes you love it until now?
What I like about Harry Potter is the adventures in the story and the chemistry between the Golden Trio.
Oh, yeah, as someone who has an interest in books and novels, I know that Harry Potter has characters who are really famous in the world. Many people love them so much. Anyway, since you are a big fan of Harry Potter, I want to know which Hogwarts house you are in.
I go to Hufflepuff House.
Okay. How did you know that? Have you ever visited our website called Wizarding World?
Yeah, so in Wizarding World, you can know which Hogwarts house you're in, and my Hogwarts house is Hufflepuff.
Okay, so you got Hufflepuff. Next question. As a pure blood fan, when did you start loving Harry Potter?
I started loving Harry Potter since I was sixth grade.
Wow, so you have loved this story for around 4 years now. It's quite a long time. Talking about your first time loving Harry Potter, do you read the books first or do you watch the movie first?
I started reading the book first, then I watched the movies.
Hmm, why do you prefer reading the books first? Because usually people would go watch the movie first.
I felt like I want to read the book first because I've never read the book before, and I think it was interesting and to read the book because all I've known is the movies and never about the books at the time. So I think that reading the book makes me know how the origin of to the movie came from and to know why the book is one of the best-selling books franchise of all time.
Cool. I also want to know about the origin of the movie if I watch some books-based movies, especially when the book is a bestseller. Alright, now let's talk about the famous romance in Harry Potter. Who do you prefer? Ron ends up with Hermione or Harry ends with Hermione?
Her name is actually Hermione, but I
Oh,
prefer Hermione and not with
yeah.
Harry because I thought they have more chemistry than Hermione with Ron. Harry is more understandable about Hermione's feelings as well as Hermione's to Harry, and they bond with each other well. I felt that's why I ship Harry more than Ron. And also, J.K. Rowling ever said in an interview that she regretted to put Ron and Hermione as a couple. So it should be with Harry and Hermione.
Okay, sorry for the bad spelling, yeah. Wow, so the author regrets putting Ron with Hermione. How about Hermione with Draco? I have heard about it in Harry Potter's fan fiction. Do you support Draymond or yeah, whatever is it? The romance between Hermione and Draco?
Uh, Actually, shipping them is quite fun. And to think about it, maybe it could work between Draco and Hermione. Hermione is a rebel and will do anything to support her family and friends, and so does Draco. I felt like the ship started happening during a scene on the third movie when Hermione started pointing out her wand to Draco because he's being mischievous as usual, and Draco didn't care about it, and she punched him in the nose. And he likes to make fun of her to gain attention, and maybe that's why people ship them. But personally, I would prefer Hermione with Ron rather than Hermione with Draco.
Wow, it's nice to see the dynamic of romance in Harry Potter. I also have heard that Harry has a lightning bolt scar on his head. Do you know how did he get the scar?
He got a scar because Voldemort failed to kill Harry Potter with the killing curse.
Oh, I never know about that before. Maybe because I'm not really following the story until now. And finally, the last question. What are some of the best scenes in Harry Potter based on your opinion?
Okay. The first one is the introduction to the main character when they're on a train to Hogwarts. And the second one is the final fight between Harry and Voldemort. And the third one is when Harry Potter attended the Yule Ball. And finally, when the trio made their final scene together, where they dropped their children at the King's Cross Station.
Oh, yeah, there are many scenes that are really good. Okay, Leora, thank you so much for answering so many questions about Harry Potter. Now I got much information about it.
You're welcome, Satya.
Alright, guys, think that's all for today's podcast. Thank you for listening to a Muggle podcast. Goodbye, everybody.